Agents for
Can I
Week
see it
1,
now?
June 1st through the 7th.
Okay, go ahead and let
Congratulations
people
to
in.
Alex Gross, Heather Robeson, Jaden Glasson, Kathleen Gross, and Amy Kane
I
for your
can't
hard
see
work.
people though.
Let's look at the wins behind our growth. Medalia Santiago completed her first sale. Anmar Chambers expertly handled client inquiries. Kira Ottaway turned challenges into opportunities. Ashley Fiabima expanded her network. And Kathleen Gross provided exceptional annual reviews. Here is a quick reminder of our ranking levels and requirements, from our Iron level up to Emerald. Make sure you check where you stand and what goals to set for your next milestone. Checking our progress for May 2026, we have some fantastic results. Congratulations to those reaching new levels, and keep pushing toward your targets. Stay on top of your game by following our weekly schedule. We have daily motivation, team calls, and business overviews to keep everyone connected and growing. Our book of the month for June is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Join us on Discord every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern for our breakout discussion. Great news! The Integrity Health Plan is now available to all. This is a valuable resource for agents and their families. Visit the website to learn more. Are you looking to grow? Our virtual business overview is available at fflvbo.com. Join our team and see why so many agents are making the switch. Mark your calendars for the Ignite Sales Conference on September 10th, 2026. Free registration is now live at igniteevent.com. We hope to see you in Fort Lauderdale. Here is the general agenda for the Ignite Conference. Plan your travel to arrive by the 9th and prepare for a rewarding experience through the 13th. Finally, we are in it to win it with our July recruiting contest. Qualify for a chance to win trips and other rewards. Check the requirements and get started today. We have an exciting bonus opportunity for you. The first agent to purchase their flight for the Ignite Conference in Fort Lauderdale will receive $550 in inbound lead credit. Do not wait until the last minute to secure this. Get ready for the El Paso Lock-In, running from October 28th through November 1st. This event is open to all teams and their families. Please register at the link shown on the screen and stay tuned for more information. Finally, focus on getting started strong by aligning your mindset, mastering our systems, and achieving those first wins. Visit the URL on screen for more resources to help you succeed. Welcome to the Just Serve weekly team meeting. Let's start with a moment of reflection. Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 reminds us, I can do all this through him who gives me strength. Let's keep that focus as we review our progress. Congratulations to our top 5 performers for the week of June 8th through the 14th. Alex Gross takes the lead, followed by Kathleen Gross, Jaden Glasson, Heather Robeson, and Amy Kane. Great work, everyone. A huge congratulations to Heather Robeson for an outstanding performance, closing 2 annuity sales for a total of over 409,000 AP. Incredible job, Heather. We are also celebrating our high performers of the week, who reached over 5,000 in AP. Thank you all for your dedicated effort this week. Taking a look back at our top 5 agents for week 1, June 1st through the 7th. Congratulations to Alex Gross, Heather Robeson, Jaden Glasson, Kathleen Gross, and Amy Kane for your hard work. Let's look at the wins behind our growth. Medalia Santiago completed her first sale. Anmar Chambers expertly handled client inquiries. Kira Ottaway turned challenges into opportunities. Ashley Fiabima expanded her network. And Kathleen Gross provided exceptional annual reviews. Here is a quick reminder of our ranking levels and requirements, from our Iron level up to Emerald. Make sure you check where you stand and what goals to set for your next milestone. Checking our progress for May 2026, we have some fantastic results. Congratulations to those reaching new levels, and keep pushing toward your targets. Stay on top of your game by following our weekly schedule. We have daily motivation, team calls, and business overviews to keep everyone connected and growing. Our book of the month for June is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Join us on Discord every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern for our breakout discussion. Great news! The Integrity Health Plan is now available to all. This is a valuable resource for agents and their families. Visit the website to learn more. Are you looking to grow? Our virtual business overview is available at fflvbo.com. Join our team and see why so many agents are making the switch. Mark your calendars for the Ignite Sales Conference on September 10th, 2026. Free registration is now live at igniteevent.com. We hope to see you in Fort Lauderdale. Here is the general agenda for the Ignite Conference. Plan your travel to arrive by the 9th and prepare for a rewarding experience through the 13th. Finally, we are in it to win it with our July recruiting contest. Qualify for a chance to win trips and other rewards. Check the requirements and get started today. We have an exciting bonus opportunity for you. The first agent to purchase their flight for the Ignite conference in Fort Lauderdale will receive $550 in inbound lead credit. Do not wait until the last minute to secure this. Get ready for the El Paso Lock-In, running from October 28th through November 1st. This event is open to all teams and their families. Please register at the link shown on the screen and stay tuned for more information. Finally, focus on getting started strong by aligning your mindset, mastering our systems, and achieving those first wins. Visit the URL on screen for more resources to help you succeed. Welcome to the Just Serve weekly team meeting. Let's start with a moment of reflection. Philippians chapter 4 verse 13 reminds us, "I can do all this through him who gives me strength." Let's keep that focus as we review our progress. Congratulations to our top 5 performers for the week of June 8th through the 14th. Alex Gross takes the lead, followed by Kathleen Gross, Jaden Glasson, Heather Robeson, and Amy Kane. Great work, everyone. A huge congratulations to Heather Robeson for an outstanding performance, closing 2 annuity sales for a total of over 409,000 AP. Incredible job, Heather. We are also celebrating our high performers of the week, who reached over 5,000 in AP. Thank you all for your dedicated effort this week. Taking a look back at our top 5 agents for week 1, June 1st through the 7th. Congratulations to Alex Gross, Heather Robeson, Jaden Glasson, Kathleen Gross, and Amy Kane for your hard work. Let's look at the wins behind our growth. Medalia Santiago completed her first sale. Anmar Chambers expertly handled client inquiries. Kira Ottaway turned challenges into opportunities. Ashley Fiabima expanded her network. And Kathleen Gross provided exceptional annual reviews. Here is a quick reminder of our ranking levels and requirements, from our Iron level up to Emerald. Make sure you check where you stand and what goals to set for your next milestone. Checking our progress for May 2026, we have some fantastic results. Congratulations to those reaching new levels, and keep pushing toward your targets. Stay on top of your game by following our weekly schedule. We have daily motivation, team calls, and business overviews to keep everyone connected and growing. Our book of the month for June is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. Join us on Discord every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern for our breakout discussion. Great news! The Integrity Health Plan is now available to all. This is a valuable resource for agents and their families. Visit the website to learn more. Are you looking to grow? Our virtual business overview is available at fflvbo.com. Join our team and see why so many agents are making the switch. Mark your calendars for the Ignite Sales Conference on September 10th, 2026. Free registration is now live at igniteevent.com. We hope to see you in Fort Lauderdale. Here is the general agenda for the Ignite Conference. Plan your travel to arrive by the 9th and prepare for a rewarding experience through the 13th. Finally, we are in it to win it with our July recruiting contest. Qualify for a chance to win trips and other rewards. Check the requirements and get started today. We have an exciting bonus opportunity for you. The first agent to purchase their flight for the Ignite conference in Fort Lauderdale will receive $550 in inbound lead credit. Do not wait until the last minute to secure this. Get ready for the El Paso Lock-In, running from October 28th through November 1st. This event is open to all teams and their families. Please register at the link shown on the screen and stay tuned for more information. Finally, focus on getting started strong by aligning your mindset, mastering our systems, and achieving those first wins. Visit the URL on screen for more resources to help you succeed.
All right, everybody, thank you for hopping on. If you have a team, start texting them, making sure everybody you know is on. Give them the direct link, zoomandserve.com, if you see somebody trying to get in for some reason they can't. But welcome, and thank you for hopping on. So today we are going to talk about our mindset. We're going to go, and this is week 1 of our series that we started last week, or that we talked about last week, about just learning how to be an agent, right? Making sure that we're getting started, and that even if we've already been in the agency for a long time, our mindset, our systems, everything is lined up for us to win. So welcome. I'm very happy that you guys got to see the wins of the whole team. And so this morning, this is designed to give you a repeatable system so that you can build consistent income for yourself, and you can recruit effectively and serve families without any burnout, without getting, of course, it's hard. We're not going to lie about that, but to make sure that you can do this where you want, when you want, just like everybody says you can, right? Where you want, when you want, and I can make a lot of money and help and serve families, including my own. So first things first, how is everyone doing today? Good. Excellent. Excellent. I'm glad to see faces. I'm glad to see new faces and old faces. Thank you for being on here. So today, oh, hold on. I gotta find out where I was. Sorry, I lost where I was. Um, so today, the wins from the past week. We had a lot of wins this past week, as you saw, as you came in early. Remember, if you can get here 5 minutes early, that'll allow you to see the full announcements. But I believe Camden's also posting them on YouTube. If he's not, we'll start doing that now. So the announcements will be posted on YouTube as well as this event, this meeting will be as well. So it'll be on our YouTube. So with that being said, think about right now your wins for the week. Did you have a good conversation? Did you close your first policy? Did you close your 100th policy? Did you have a good conversation with one of your clients? Did you get to the gym 7 days a week? What was your goals and did you hit them? If you can post one win in the chat, that would be great. But even better, if you know how to get to your Discord, or if you're on the Discord, go ahead and put your win in there, and it would be great to be able to celebrate that. This series that we're going to be doing is going to be building on these wins. Today, we're going to focus on a solid mindset and simple daily systems. And if you continuously build your daily systems, that's going to build your results fast. It's going to create results fast. If you work on things consistently every single day, the system grows you fast. Fast, that's the key word. A lot of people want to be rich fast. It's not going to happen unless you work, is in reality, right? So let's talk about the foundation of your business, okay? We have to build a foundation. Funny story, I am here in Alaska in an RV, and we are here. My husband's aunt has a property for us, and on it has a beautiful, I say beautiful, in my eyes, it's beautiful, because as we heard in chapter 5 this morning of the book, we've got to think forward. We've got to be creative, right? And we got to see what we have and be positive about it. The cabin is run down. The cabin is, I mean, if some people looked at it, they'd be like, ooh, it's got spider webs. Ooh, it's got like a weird floor to it. Ooh, it's bowed in the middle. Me, I see a beautiful cabin. I see what I can do with it, not what it looks like right now. Think about your business that way. Right now, your business is where it's at, but you have to build it, and it may have that foundation. Does that foundation, this cabin does not have a foundation. We actually have to put the cabin on the foundation. And that's what we're going to be doing this year. That's what we're going to be doing in a week or two, right? You have to think about that with your business. Your business consists of 3 different pillars. So this would be a good thing for you to write down if you're a note taker. If you're not, cool. That's good for you. I'm a note taker. The first thing is your mindset. You have to have the correct mindset for this business to succeed fast. Okay? We can't always have the right mindset, but you are a business owner. We talked again about that this morning. You're not an agent. When somebody says to you, what do? Your tendency is to say, I'm a life insurance agent. I want you to understand you're not. You're an owner of a life insurance agency. Even if you just have your license, you are an owner of an insurance agency. Why? Because you're independent. Nobody's your boss. Nobody's telling you, we're giving you, reminders that there's meetings and crap, but nobody's making you get on. If you don't get on, it's not a bone off of our back. We don't care. It's you. You are the one that are responsible for you. So you have to stay in that mindset that you are the business owner. You're not just an agent. And then, in accordance with what we learned this morning, you need to believe that you can control your schedule and your income. You are in charge. You are in charge of when you get on Discord or when you get on Zoom. You are in charge of when you wake up in the morning. Let's start with that. You're in charge, for God's sakes, if you brush your teeth, right? You're not a kid anymore. Nobody tells you what to do, right? Now you are in charge of that. So now you're the owner because you make those decisions. So what do we do to get into the right mindset of that? You have to start each day with, how can I serve my business? How can I serve my business? That's why we're just serve. We're serving. We're serving ourselves. We're serving our businesses. We're serving other families. How do I serve my business to make it grow? Number 2, daily systems. Systems. We have automations. We have CRMs. We have Google Calendar. We have assistants. We have all kinds of systems that we can use. You're in charge of getting your systems in place. You're in charge of learning what systems are, right? If we're starting out, we're just licensed, that's overwhelming. There's so many systems in place. How do I know which one's right, which one's wrong? The best thing you can do is get your systems in place while you're learning, so that you're not wasting time. That'll get you done faster. That'll get your business growing faster, right? So the first pillar is mindset. Second pillar is systems. Block time on your schedule for doing different things. Prospecting clients, prospecting other agents, team calls, follow-ups, tracking everything. You learn how to track. And all of these systems are given to you. You can always perfect them, right? We talked about that this morning. We talked about don't let anybody put a lid on you. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, but you can always be creative and adjust the wheel to make it fit for you, right? So getting your systems in place is number 2. Number 3, focusing on your first wins, or your second, or your 10th, or your 100th. You can't aim for perfection. Well, you can. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for your goal. What should be my first goal? Maybe it's just waking up in the morning. Maybe it's just brushing my teeth that day. Maybe it's my first sale. Aim for one sale or one recruit conversation every single day. Aim for 5K a week. Aim for, an hour of social media, learning up from other groups or posting on other groups, right? Whatever it is that your focus is, your win is, focus on it for that week. And the important part is the momentum of that. That's going to get you motivated to continue. That's going to get you to grow. So continuously focusing and keeping your schedules and systems in place will keep you in the mindset. All of that works together, and that's the foundation of your business. When you think of foundations, I love talking about this. This is almost one of my favorite things to do, is talk about foundations in our business. Because when you think of a foundation of a house, and some of you are lucky enough to live in a place where there's basements. I live in El Paso where there's no basements. But the foundation of your house is like a cement, typically. Could be in Alaska, it could be dirt, but the foundation typically is a cement block, right? Like, let's say it's a big square foundational cement thing. Sometimes those foundations will crack with ice, with all that. It's the same thing as your business. So you want to make sure that you're always looking at that foundation, and I'd say edit it, or in this case, you would be fixing it. Maybe you have to drill it out. And I know these are not technical terms, guys. Sorry, I'm not foundation savvy words, but getting the crack out and filling it with new cement and maybe putting rebar in there to strengthen it and all that stuff, right? You've got to do that with your business too, right? We have to keep going to these meetings. We have to keep learning from them. We have to, you know, fix things and make it better every single day. Every day, Monday through Friday, because we're the business owner. Nobody's telling us what to do. And that's a hard thing to kind of learn. So from our talks this morning about creativity, you need to experiment with what works for you. Maybe it's you're at your kid's soccer game and you record a reel about being a mom or a dad at a soccer game, and you still get to help people. Maybe you send a scroll of something you helped one of your agents with, and you post that and be like, hey, I'm willing to help people even while I'm traveling or using, Starlink Wi-Fi or whatever. Do that. Start thinking creatively to increase your business, right? So what I want to do a little bit is start talking about the script, because that comes after you've got your mindset. It's always going to be there to help you to get to be a better agent, right? A lot of people don't think, there's a lot of different things that can happen with a script. Number one, a script is somebody else's words. That's the first thing. It's somebody else's words. So it can feel extremely uncomfortable to say things in a script that are somebody else's words. Do you have to say them? No, you do not. If you say them and it doesn't sound like you and you sound sketchy, you are going to sound sketchy no matter what. Remember, your skill level starts out at the suck. I suck, right? Everybody knows that. And if you don't know me, sorry, but you do. But you start out the suck level. No matter what you do, I don't care. You could be building that foundation of that house and you still suck at it at first, right? But the more you do it, the better you get at it. So the more you practice that script, or the more you say that script, the better you're going to get to the questions that say, you are a U.S. citizen, correct? Yes. What's your, where were you born? Michigan. What's your social? Right? It's gonna come more smoothly the more you do it. At first you're like, you're a U.S. citizen, right? Yes. Where were you born? Or you do the thing that everybody does, which is you follow the Americo app and you ask the social before the address. Don't do that. I've always been trying to tell Americo, change your application. You screw up new agents all the time, but they haven't done it yet. Whatever. But you also can be practicing these things. And we know some of the tools that we have for that are Dorothy. I did hear recently, note to self, Dorothy has been updated. She might be faster than she was before. So if you don't know what Dorothy is, make sure you're on Discord. It's in our training. And Dorothy is an AI, and you can do it with ChatGPT too, or Grok GPT or Claude or whatever. You can put your script in and practice with them. Okay. Practice the "Are you a saver or a spender?" question. That's a discovery question in your script. And it's on your financial inventory. If you don't know what your financial inventory is, ask your upline. Ask somebody to help you who's in Discord. Ask them. But the saver or a spender question is very, very good question. Depending on where their finances are, this can help you to decide how much coverage that they can afford, right? Again, we don't care how much they need. I mean, how much they want. Sorry, we definitely care how much they need. We don't care how much they want in coverage. We care what they need. I had a guy the other day who was like, I want $100,000. I said, you're 82. Like, why are you starting just now? right? And let me ask you, how much income do you have every single month coming in? $1,000 a month. Great. Like, come on, right? Like, you've got to ask the questions. Now, out of that $1,000, are you putting all of it into savings? And have you been doing that for months now? For years? He's like, no, I have rent, I have this. I said, okay, so you're more of a spender than a saver because you have to. You only have $1,000 a month, right? Yes. Well, that makes sense as to why you want to leave your family $100,000. However, you're 82 years old, and the cost of that would be out of your budget range. So let's find out what you actually need. Let's find out what you actually need. You need to be the doctor of that script. You need to dictate what you're doing next. Do not leave the conversation with a question unless it's you asking them a question. Don't pause without asking a question and waiting for an answer. Because that's the death of your sale right then and there. You might as well just hang it up unless you can come back from that. Okay? Do you have anything that acts like life insurance that you're leaving to your beneficiary? 401k, IRA, money market. Now, guys, one of the things that you guys, you new agents, including myself, tend to do is think that if a person only has $900 a month in income, that they might not have anything else. They're definitely not going to have it if you don't ask, or certainly not for you to help them with. Ask every single time. Sean has a story. Sean, our CEO, has a story that one of his first sales, he went to their house. It was a rundown, like, trailer, broken down fence, teeth were missing, everything. They had like $500,000 in an annuity somewhere. He was like, why don't you use that to fix your water heater? Right? Like, you've got to ask the question, you won't know. So that's part of the script you've got to be very aware of. It may not, it does say it, it says it in your financial inventory, but you might have to understand that these discovery questions are important. We had a conversation with an agent the other day that you can't put every discovery question on a script. So now we have to use our common sense a little bit. We have to use it, which is hard when we're nervous, right? When we're nervous, it's hard to have that common sense. Some people want that script and they want to read it word for word, but then they're not listening to the client. Listening to the client is the next step. Making sure that when they answer you, you're actually hearing what they're saying. Whether it's their tone that they're saying it in, or whether it's their words, they might be telling you something and you're not hearing it. So I can't remember what it was yesterday, but no, I do. I don't even remember. I don't know if that agent's on here. I don't know if she is, but the client heard her say something about, oh, I know, it was the death pause. It was the death pause. It was, she didn't move forward with the next question. She didn't end the sentence with a question. She just ended the sentence of, does this make sense for your budget or whatever? And the person was like, yes. And then for some reason, the client picked up on it and said, I can't remember what it was, but it was something like, can you call me, or do you want to call me back, or something like that? And the agent, of course, she was nervous, right? This was like her second call, was like, yeah, I'll call you back in 30 minutes. And I was like, whoa, that turned real quick. What happened? Right? No, what happened was the agent didn't know, she didn't know to ask the question or be the doctor and say, all right, I'm going to go open up the application and we'll get this started for your husband. You have to listen to the client. And so then, of course, she was like, do you want me to call you back in 30 minutes? And the client was like, yeah, sure. Well, what does the client know? She doesn't know that the agent can't just do the application right then and there. They don't know. You're the one that's in charge. You're the doctor. So make sure you're doing that. And then make sure that you're utilizing the script as well, even if you're not contracted yet fully, or even if you're, just newly licensed and contracted and now just starting to sell, utilize that script at all times to practice. One of the first things we do, and all of you should know this when you're bringing people on, is we highly recommend, because again, we can't make people, but we highly recommend that they utilize that script for their very first sale, which was probably somebody in their family, whether it's their spouse, their mother, their father. You should be reviewing people's life insurance, and you can do it as an inbound script or in the outbound script. You can do that. How do you do it? You say, hey, Mom, I got this new job. You can say that. I don't care. She's going to resonate with it, right? I need to practice my script. Do you mind? I won't sell you life insurance. Don't worry. Because, we're not that company that only sells to families, right? I need to practice my script. Do you mind? Yeah, sure. Hey, Mom, can you call me at this time on this day on my phone if we're doing inbounds, right? So agent number one is on Discord, and Mom calls at noon when everybody's able to listen, and agent number one unmutes and says, this is Heather Robeson with the Life Insurance Department. Hey, thanks, Mom, for calling. On a recorded line, blah, 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 right? Do that. We'd be more than happy to help you to get through that script, especially if Mom's willing to be the guinea pig per se, right? So do that. Don't feel afraid to do that. That's why it's here. Additionally, let's talk about objections. With the inbounds, we're getting less objections because the objections in the script are handled immediately. The only and the harder time, or the more likely time you're going to get an objection is when. Does anybody know when is it more likely that you're going to get an objection, inbound or outbound? When is the likely time you're going to get an objection? You can unmute or you can put
Your
it in the chat.
social.
That's an objection you can get, but what's the reason you're getting that objection?
Because you weren't clear during your call and they didn't trust you. You didn't follow the script as you were supposed
That's
to.
That's it, Megan. You didn't follow the script. So the script is so important because if you're getting objections, it means you're missing something in the script. It could be a dumb sentence. I remember when I was 2 years ago, I was getting that, I believe it was the social objection, Megan, and it was because I kept skipping over that part. You get kind of lazy after you get past like the first page, maybe the second page, and you forget to look back at it. And not only just lazy, but sometimes you're just like, your mind is off somewhere else, right? So back in the day, before inbounds, before I had so many agents on the team, I literally had that script. Some of you will remember it on 2 pages. It was condensed so small on 2 pages for that reason, because if I didn't get to that end part, I would script the sale every time. So I had to put it on 2 pages because I never wanted to flip through 17,000 pages, right? Well, you can do that. You can take the script and you can make it yours. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. You can make it whatever, bigger font or brighter colors or whatever you want. But if you miss the certain parts of the script that allow for you to not get an objection, you're going to get that objection. It sounds so elementary, but people don't realize that that's what's happening. If I miss the script or if I go off script, and not only that, if I do go off the script, I'm inviting an objection and or an argument. And you're also inviting yourself to a conversation that it's like going out into the woods and you don't know where you are. That's what you're inviting yourself to do. So when we talk about scripts, the important part of that conversation is follow the script and edit it if you need it to make it comfortable for you. don't recreate the wheel. Don't take out the important things. Take out things or add things that are you if that's what you want to do. But stick to the script, right? And you'll eliminate objections, unless you can be like Sean Mike and be awesome at being mouthy to people and going through those objections good, right? I am not like that, right? I wouldn't even begin to be like he is. So unless you're really good at really being open to people and getting through those objections, follow the script. That's why it's there. So, with that being said, if you have any questions or if you want me to talk about specifically things, please make sure you're always posting in the chat. Additionally, we want to talk about today so that's your systems is a script, the different things is your wins. Making sure that your wins are important to you. I was thinking about that this morning, and I was thinking about wins without gloating. I think, Kira, you might have mentioned this one time. I feel like you would be the one to have mentioned this. Or maybe it was Anmar, where you feel like if you put a win in there, you're actually gloating, or it's cocky or whatever. I don't think you use that word, but I'm kind of putting it there. A win is not that in any way, shape, or form. Raise your hand on here if you can. If you've ever seen somebody post something and it actually motivated you versus you thinking that they were gloating. Yeah, of course. It's so motivating to see people do something because that allows you to know that you can do it, right? It motivates you to say, okay, Kira, I believe, went and got a notebook the other day and she posted it. For those of you who saw that and said, "Ooh, there you go, there's your notebook," and said to yourself, if Kira's getting motivated to write out her schedule, maybe I should. Raise your hand now. I know there was at least one of you. Motivate. There was Kayla. That's right. Tiffany. Yeah. So Kira, your post, your win was not gloating. It was literally you just helped 2 freaking people, right? That's 2 people who never would have thought to themselves, let me go get organized. If Kira's doing it, I'm going to do it. And Kira, you've been here, I don't know, less than a month. Nobody is too little. Let me put it that way. Nobody's not here long enough. You can be here for 1 hour. In fact, I don't even know a couple of you on here. So welcome. But you can be here for 1 hour and you can motivate somebody else to do something. The wins are extremely important because even if it helps you, that's great. That's what we want to do. We're helping ourselves, helping our family. But what if you can help others? That's what God put us on this earth to do. So keep doing that. Keep putting your wins in there. And it helps other people's mindsets as well and gets them to get their systems in place. Bam, the foundations, the 3 pillars of that foundation, working perfect. Right? Keep doing that, guys. You're doing a great job on that. Yes, I'm looking in the chat now. You're doing good, Heather. Oh, thanks, Curtis. Only because of you. When you're not following the script. Exactly, Ashley. And Kira was the humble. Yes, she was. She is. And that's good. All right. So with that being said, the last thing before we close, I want you to start thinking about one mindset shift this week that you're going to change. What is bogging you down? What is keeping you in the negative versus being positive? What's a mindset that you want to shift this week? You don't have to put it out loud, but write it down. What has been bothering you that has kept you on the negative side of this business? And what system do you need to perfect? Whether it's you're hiring your first assistant whether it's learning the CRM, whether it's learning the script, whether it's learning how to get on Discord. I don't care what it is. What system are you going to consistently follow this week from today until next Thursday? Then post a win. Go into Discord, post a win. Even if it is, I brushed my teeth today. Obviously, that would be a silly one, but I'm just saying, maybe it's not, right? Who am I to judge if that's silly or not, right? Some people would be like, wow, great win, Heather, if I posted, hey, I brushed my teeth today. But some people would be like, dang, yeah, that's hard to do, right? It's hard to do every single day. So check in with everybody for accountability. Now I do want to keep in mind that there's going to be some changes over the next couple of weeks in JustServe. Nathan, our client assistant, is leaving, and our new assistant, I'm going to call her Aunt Carol. Aunt Carol is coming in a week after he leaves. So there's going to be some rocky roads when it comes to clients. What do I have to do? Guys, this is my business. I can't let it get bad, right? I got to get my systems in place so that there's not that time where my clients could falter. I've got to make sure that my clients, I had a client call me today. I have no idea who this guy is. None. His name was Tommy something. Tommy Wilson. Now, I answered that phone like I knew him all, like he was my best friend. I'm like, hey, Tommy Wilson, how are you? And he's like, hey, Heather, I'm not doing so well. And I'm thinking, who the hell is Tommy Wilson? But I only knew because my system was in place. His name popped up, his paperwork popped up. Oh my God, I'm calling him accidentally. Not a good system. I put his financial inventory as I always put not always, I fail sometimes. I try to put the financial inventory as their picture on my iPhone. So if you're not doing that, it's a good thing. So that when you put their contact in, their financial inventory pops up and you can click on it and you can read it. And it can say whether they have America or whatever, right? So he popped up and he said, I got some bad news. I got this letter in the mail saying my payment didn't go through. And I'm like, no problem. Do you know how to take a picture? Remember, some of them don't. Do you know how to take a picture with your phone? He's like, yeah, I do. It's like, all right, perfect. Here's my system, guys. Send me a picture of it and I'm going to let Nathan know to give them a call. He'll see what's up. That eliminated me having to remember to tell Nathan, hey, go call America. Because now Tommy sends me a picture and my little blue dot on my phone comes up. That's my system. Copy it if you want, I don't care. But that's what I have to do to keep my ducks in a row, right? So figure out some systems that'll work for you. They're going to come little by little by little. You're going to grow your systems. You're going to change your systems. But you have to be aware that this is your business. We're backing up to that again. This is our business. You can hand some of your business off. I'm proud of Tiffany. She and Kathleen, actually, because within the past month, I believe, Kathleen, both of them have hired an assistant at the cusp of $15,000 a month. That's freaking scary. When you're not doing $15,000 a month, or you're at that, that's a scary point to say, can I afford an assistant? And my answer to you is, I bet both of them will shake their head because I said it probably to both of them. You can't afford not to have an assistant. Because now what you're doing is you're sticking yourself at a spot where you don't have enough time to do both. So good on you guys for doing that. That is your system. Now you have to build that system and perfect it, right? And that opens up their time to write more business. Their 15 turns into 20, 25 on a regular basis or more. Okay. So Kathleen said, I'll share a quick tip. What I do is I code all contacts. All right. Copy and paste that, guys. Oh my Lord, dementia.
Yeah, really quick, guys. It's super easy. I've shared with other people, and people are doing this. And why? Because I learned a long time ago when somebody calls me, I need to know who the heck they are at a glance. And it is at a glance. I see their name, I see their state, I see the date that we first met, and I know the source of that person. And it is so fabulous. Everybody should do it for all contacts. It's just you're never going to be surprised who you're talking to ever again.
Yeah, no, it's good. I had I got a call yesterday. This is bad. Here's how I did it, Kathleen, for the dementia person. Okay.
I'm saying for me getting dementia,
Oh,
but
for you.
okay.
Okay. Okay, but then there's the people who call you all the time and they don't remember what policy they have. I got one. His
Yeah.
says his is his first name, then it says may have memory problems, last name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that,
I,
yeah,
me too.
Thomas,
Yeah.
Thomas, memory problems, Southworth. And I do that in my contacts so that I know when he calls, I know that I know exact, because they can confuse me. Like you said, Kathleen, dementia, maybe me, right? They can confuse me and be like that other Tommy. It was like, okay, I'm thinking, does he have Americo? Does he not? Like in my head, I don't freaking know. There's too many clients a day. You might have one client and you know them well. That's great, but that's only great for a little while. You need to have more clients than one. Right? That one could lead to a huge chargeback. So don't rely on one client. Yes, got my first client. I said that to Danae the other day. I was like, that is great. And I say this to all my new agents. You got a sale. That's awesome. But that could be a chargeback. So go write more business. Right? You've got to just keep adding those clients and you've got to keep working to do that. And you have to be able to do what Kathleen just said, which is understand your clients, listen to them, and focus on what their needs are. And you're going to win. You're going to win. You have to believe in yourself, which is what the book talked about this morning. Believe that you can do it. Believe that this is your business. Believe that you can win in the business, and you will. Any questions, anything anybody wants to talk about, anything, any needs for anybody? Just unmute if you have anything. Leora, I'm happy to see you, even if you are in space. It's nice to see you. Okay, she's not really. She's in her car. It's just the background.
Good. I'm happy to be here too. I'm sorry I was out for a while. I had to help someone with their business as far as their
You
trucking
got
business,
this.
but I'm back now and I'm ready to get on my stuff.
You got this. You
Oh
got
my gosh,
this.
Leora. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Right.
I just got your message.
Leora, guys, Leora was a security guard at Convention 2026, and she was recruited. And it's okay. We love you no matter what. You have to understand this. We're going to get you where you need to be. But guys, you have to understand that. I want you to understand that this process isn't an overnight process. You're going to see a lot of people, like especially young people. And if you're young, cool on you. But I'm not. But a lot of young people will come into this business and bring thousands and thousands of agents and grow so fast. This is not a business that actually grows fast. It takes time. And if they're lucky, if those people are lucky, they'll have one or two people who actually grow as well. Understand that. This is a long-term growth. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, right? We work hard every day. The good news is we were talking about like projections and Anmar, what was that word you used this morning that I really liked that you used? It was like not annuity, but it was
Abstract.
abstract. Thank you. That was like the best word this morning. Um, the amount of team you can have sounds abstract, feels abstract. We talked about money this morning, but it's the same thing with your team. How the you when I think of Andrew Taylor doing $46 million a month, okay? Andrew Taylor alone does his team does $46 million a month. Understand this. We're on Andrew Taylor's team. We're part of that 46 million. So the abstract thought of $46 million, first of all, is a big number. Like, we don't know what that looks like. But if you look at Andrew Taylor's team and we're on it, you're on it, I'm on it, you're on it, understand that it all adds up. Math is math is math. You can't mess with math, right? So you can do all of that. You just have to visualize it. You have to see it, and you have to keep track of things. One of the systems that I have in place is on Facebook. I look at when people post their teams, right? And so I look at those numbers and I'm like, okay, so that's my next level. That's the next level of what I want our team to do. And so maybe you don't have a team yet. Find the smallest team that you can find, and that's what you want next. And then figure out the systems in place to get it there. Now, out of all the people on here, 20 people right now, one of you in your head probably just said, well, I don't need a team. I just need to write for myself. That's fine. However, in Sean True Talk, you're being selfish. Stop. You just hurt all of your friends. You just hurt Joe Schmo down the road. You just hurt the Uber driver you didn't ask. You just hurt the DoorDash driver, the person that was at the restaurant, because they were looking for an out. They're looking for something legit, and you decided not to tell them about that. That's selfish. Imagine if Kathleen never said anything to Leora. She wouldn't be here right now. Right? And that would have been selfish of Kathleen, because she hurt Leora. Leora might be thinking, well, I haven't written any business. We know you haven't, Leora. It doesn't matter. I don't even know if you're licensed yet. I don't think you are. But it doesn't matter, because the value that you got just from being in your car and listening to this hopefully brought you a little value, whether you get licensed or not, in life. Even if it was the Bible verse at the very beginning, it doesn't matter. You guys have to get yourselves out of your own heads and say that, I don't care what I'm doing, I need to tell somebody else about it. Because that's going to build you as a person and somebody else. And that's what we're here to do on this earth. So thank you guys for hopping on today. Thank you, Camden, for hopping on early with me. This meeting will be posted on YouTube, and we'll talk about it, Cam, after, post the announcements, the announcement reel in YouTube as well, and on Discord. I will see you guys all on Discord and Solidity team call. Guys, if these 20 people showed up to Solidity, Cameron, can you put the Solidity link, or can somebody put the Solidity link in the chat? If you guys all showed up to Solidity, that would be one freaking awesome day. I'm telling you. Our Solidity calls, and I don't remember, let me just check quick for you if they marked it. Who is going to be talking today? Does anybody know? I don't know. I don't even know it's posted. But either way, it's always good to get more education, more foundation work, more everything. It's zoomsolidity.com. Yep, Zoom Solidity. Thank you. You're right. It's zoomsolidity.com. It's in the chat. It's at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is in an hour and 10 minutes. So typically, if you're doing inbounds, you could take one inbound, or you could take this as a lunch break and go enjoy your family, go do your laundry, whatever. Or if you're dialing outbound, have fun. I don't know why you're still doing that. But anyways, you guys have an awesome day. Love you all. I'll see you on Solidity team call.